Today I'm reviewing the LEGO Marvel Summer 2025 set Peter Parker's Apartment with 4 minifigures, 394 pieces, and it retails for $50 in the United States where it releases August 1st. This was sent to me to review by LEGO, but all opinions are my own. Hobgoblin is one of the best minifigures for LEGO Marvel in Summer 2025. This is our first Hobgoblin since 2016. The design of both of those are great versions of this character, but they both have a shared weakness. The legs don't feel complete, but the original 2016 one had dual molded legs with no printing. This one has printed legs with no dual molding. So it's like if you could fuse those two leg pieces together, you'd have the perfect figure. Unfortunately, that's not what's going on here, and there's no possible way to do that. The design of that torso is neat, a new print. I love the face print as well, which has an alternate face. And I also love the use of that Moon Knight hood piece, which we don't see often and we've never seen in this orange color before. There's also the new cape piece, which I always call a rubbery cape. That design is coming in this set for the first time in orange. You can also see some back torso printing. And the set includes 2 pumpkin bombs, which are the same exact design from the Oscorp set. However, I made a mistake while reviewing that Oscorp set. I said it was the same piece as the Ghost Rider head, but no, this is actually a completely new piece where we have this flame that you could remove right here, and it attaches to a regular minifigure head. So that's pretty interesting. I thought that was the old reuse piece. I didn't build the bags for that Oscorp set, but building this, I'm like, oh shoot, this is completely different. You can see some back face printing, or I guess the behind part of that pumpkin bomb, which I like how they continued printing there, even if it's covered up by the flames. But this is going to be a super cool piece, especially with rumors next year of a new Ghost Rider. I'm glad that LEGO improved that original piece because it felt like that original piece was one cumbersome piece, where it was all molded as one piece. There's a new Mary Jane minifigure in this set, which is a character we surprisingly don't get often from LEGO Marvel. The best part of this figure is that hair piece. It's very rare, only coming with a Poison Ivy minifigure in 2019 and the Phoenix Comic-Con minifigure from 2012? So it's awesome to get that reprinted, and it's been so long. The torso print is uncommon. It came in one Jurassic World set last year, so that's really neat to get once again because that's a fantastic torso print. We got Hermione's head as the headpiece in here, which has come in many LEGO Harry Potter sets. This year has given us 2 Anti-Venom figures after never getting this character before. It's more of just we have prints in production, so let's reprint a character. And it's kind of frustrating when, there's so many other Spider-Man villains and you're just pulling from the same one this year. One that came in a cheaper set. However, that cheaper set sucked, and Anti-Venom was the only good part of it. So I guess that's more of a problem on that cheap set. I'd rather tell people to buy this set than that $15 mech set, which was awful. I do like this figure a lot. I like the face print and I like the torso print. The face print is kind of freaky and that's really cool. Nice back torso printing as well. And this set has a Peter Parker variant of Spider-Man, which I mean by it having the actual printing for face and hair for Peter Parker in this set included, as well as the mask, which is just the standard design. It's funny because this face print was used with Peter Parker back in the MCU Rialto Bridge set. It's one that they've used for characters like Ant-Man as well. It's a very overused face back since, 2019? I do wish they got a little bit more creative there. But we do get a great new Peter Parker face print in the subway train scene set for Spider-Man 2 this wave. Regardless, you can see some back torso printing, and he also has an alternate face. I like how he does get those printed arms, which we've gotten this design for a couple years already, but I hate how they've just dropped the dual molded legs. And this set has one of those packs of all those random web pieces. Peter Parker's apartment is something I would like more from LEGO City, where it's just a generic building. This looks like a brownstone in New York, which, yeah, this is cool to just put in a LEGO City. I like how it looks good from all sides, aside from the fact that it is a facade and not a fully enclosed building, but the interior has a lot of nice little details. The first floor has a kitchen and a small dining area. I like seeing that printed 2x2 pizza box once again. We have some drawers which are not able to be opened because those chairs get in the way of all 3 of those, unfortunately. That's probably the most crowded aspect of this whole design that doesn't work. I do like the busyness to this, which would remind me of an apartment. Little table right there with 2 cups, almost giving me like a classic Lego town feeling. I like seeing a golden faucet right there, and there's a frying pan and a little whisk on the wall. The front has 410 as a sticker, which is actually the same building number from the comics. That's really cool. There's a spider web on the wall, and then a spider on the wall. As for the second floor, we have Peter Parker's room, which they have a Daily Bugle newspaper on the computer as a sticker, which says Venom spotted. And then also we have a little chair which can swivel around. Black keyboard print, which is on a 1x2. That's fairly new for that piece. I do like getting that more than the white one because it's a little bit more uncommon. We have a little camera right there. A microscope to the left, which is a build we've seen for other themes before. I was hoping maybe this crate build would have like Daily Bugle newspaper prints in there, but no, there's just nothing inside there. To the right, there's a bed, which has a game controller on it. I always like getting that piece. You can lift that up, and underneath we have artwork, well, a sticker of artwork of the Iron Spider suit on there, which, dang, it's been quite a bit since we've gotten the comic variant of that character that's shown here. That's on a 2x2 under tile. And then to the right, we have a sticker on a panel, which has a bunch of posters on it. The one in the corner having the Oscorp build from the set this wave. The side of the building has a Daily Bugle poster, and it says New York City's #1 newspaper. That's kind of fun. Somebody wrote blah blah on there. And then at the front here, I actually quite like how they built this. Is it a Bayview window, I think is the specific name of this type of build. But you can see how that's covered in some webs. This is the web that you could put minifigures inside and close it up, which is kind of fun to play around with. And yeah, the build looks better with that part removed. Anyways, this floor has a play feature to it, which involves this little mechanism in the corner. By pushing down on that, that whole top half of the building just flies off. That's really fun. The design of this is very easy to put back on. As you can see, there's a little Technic pin right there. So you can just replace it like that. And also note how the second floor is easy to remove from the first floor. And for the top of the building, the roof has almost some implications of like roof access right here with that build there. And also there's these little bursts of flames which are easy to remove, and you can just place that around the building if you'd want. Also note the Technic pins on both sides of this apartment building, which makes it fit perfectly not only with the Spider-Verse set from earlier in this year, but with the Oscorp set. I mean, look at this street scene. This is really neat. The only thing I don't like about this is that the apartment's the only one that doesn't have a plate in front of the door. I guess, like I said, this was trying to imitate a brownstone, where you have more of a front entryway that would lead up with a staircase to the door, but it just looks awkward compared to all the other buildings. Now, they specifically mention putting the apartment on top of the grocery store, which, yeah, that works really well. However, stacking the whole apartment doesn't work well, because then you just have this door leading to a cliff. The only other builds are 2 vehicles. We have Hobgoblin's Glider, which you can notice a sticker at the front right there. Very similar to the build for Green Goblin's Glider from the Oscorp set of the same wave. Of course, they both use pumpkin bombs. This design having adjustable wings at the side where you can lift these up and down just by how those are clipped on. And there's also this adjustable little exhaust pipe right here, which you can move up and down. Fits one minifigure at the front as well. And then there's a very simple spider crawler build. The design of this has come as a polybag before. It's come in larger versions. I never cared for this vehicle. You can notice that there's a sticker at the front, which, yeah, uninteresting stuff if you ask me. I quite like this set. I mean, it plays up to some of my sensibilities. This is a generic building, which could be boring for some people, but I like getting generic buildings that you could put in a LEGO city. Despite a theme being called LEGO City, you don't really get that from that theme. This looks like a building you could find in New York almost like a brownstone. It's like close, but I do wish there was maybe a little bit more leveling with that bottom floor. But I get that this is meant to connect to those other buildings from the same year. The interior is cute on both floors. I mean, it's not the most detailed thing, but it has a nice busyness to it. And the most interesting minifigure is the long-awaited return of Hobgoblin, which is not perfect because those dual molded legs are missing from the previous version, yet everything else is an upgrade in my opinion. I like that we now have leg printing. The torso printing is great. The rubber cape is a really nice piece. The design of the face print's just about on the same level as the last one. It looks good. And I like getting that Moon Knight hood in a new color. All that's cool. Peter Parker minifigures, whatever, still reusing that face constantly, and no dual molded legs is very frustrating. The Mary Jane minifigure, I love the reissue of that very hard to get recolor of the red hair from a Comic-Con figure. And the design of Anti-Venom I do really like, but that's from earlier in this year in a cheaper set, which I think invalidates the cheaper set more because now I have nothing to recommend that cheaper set on. This has so much more interesting builds and the minifigure selection's better. But then again, this is a set that is $35 more than that mech. With all things considered, I'd give this a 7 out of 10. Yeah, I like it. The worst part is easily the price. I mean, $50 feels too much. This would be a perfect $40 set. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Subscribe here for more LEGO reviews and honest LEGO news and weird LEGO videos. Seriously, you subscribing, liking, and commenting helps so much with the channel and the algorithm on YouTube, which can be pretty hard. And I'll see you later. Peace out.